I'm Dealey Edwards with Dealey Edwards Realty and Edwards Commercial Real Estate. And I'm here today with the Windle Team, Wayne and Mary Jane Windle, to celebrate their 100th sale in Seguin. And we wanted to just have a little conversation with them to just explain how their success has come about here and how their continued success can help Seguin. Wayne, you've been in real estate for a great number of years, is that right?
Long time, since the mid-1980s.
And you started your career in El Paso.
I did. It was a joint venture between the largest Mexican industrial developer, Grupo Bermudez, and LaSalle Partners. And they built industrial buildings on both sides of the border and other commercial type buildings.
Now, in your commercial trade, and which a great number of yourselves have been on the commercial side, you really have worked from everything that's very small and the things in El Paso that were very big. What's the biggest complex you've ever worked with?
This one that I built as a general contractor in our development company was 365,000 square feet, approximately 22 acres under roof.
Now, Mary Jane, you started your career in El Paso, too.
Yes, I did. I was first a teacher, then interior designer, then followed in my father's footsteps as a realtor, but he was a developer also. He developed a good part of the west side of El Paso residential, some commercial as well.
Now, you moved here how long ago?
In 2013.
2013. So you have 11 years here in Seguin, and you've developed your trade over that time. But really, you have a much longer historical connection to Seguin.
Oh, definitely. My family roots stretch all the way back to DeWitt's Colony, and Euphemia Ashby King was the first child born to the DeWitt's Colony settlers in Gonzales. And her family, it was actually her brother-in-law, built the Brockus house in Gonzales where the Sam Houston Oak is.
So how did you end up back in Seguin from such 8 generations of Texans between Gonzales and Seguin?
Well, I've always loved Seguin since a child, and I would come here and stay large portions of the summer with my grandmother, Virginia Woods, and Wilton Woods, who was the postmaster, and she was on the school board. And they would take me on all the, Texas trails, and we'd go to Goliad and the Alamo and all those places. And I just loved coming down here and playing in the family creeks and along the river.
Now, Mary Jane, since y'all been here, you started your connection with K-Web, is that right?
Yes.
And doing marketing for them while he was beginning his real estate career.
Yes.
And then you got involved in local community theater.
Yes, I did.
And more.
I did. I now have a talent agent in Austin, and one of the great things about working as an actor and a realtor is you can do both. And I have a great broker, and he also understands that industry. So it's been a really easy to balance both. And I was able to jump back into real estate because of theater, which often can happen. A wonderful man from Austin was doing a show here with us called All My Sons, and he and his wife fell in love with Seguin, just like we did. And they asked if I knew how they could find a great house, and I said, Wayne, do you think Lee would let me be an agent with you all? I know I can quickly jump back in, and sure.
And you've had great success. In fact, we're sitting in one of her houses that has just gone under contract on Elm Street, one of the great neoclassic homes in the area built in the early 1900s. And that's kind of one of the things that you have a specialty at, is dealing with the history.
Yes, well, it's pretty easy when you married the history of Seguin. And we live a block away from this house, and I love just being able to sell and help people right here in my neighborhood.
Now, Wayne, you have been very involved in the city in a number of ways. You served on zoning board of adjustments, and now you're on the planning commission. Tell me how that integration with the community and giving to the community has benefited you.
Well, I get to see all types of different problems come up before ZBA, and you get to work with the people in the community and help them resolve those things. And then on planning and zoning, we're always working to come up with good plans and help development grow in the city of Seguin. So it's been great to watch and have the opportunity to observe.
Now, Mary Jane, the feedback that I get from a number of your clients and from things I see is that you're very connected to them, very relational. I mean, almost every one of your clients has a story. How does that work in your normal day? I mean, that's natural for you, isn't it?
Well, I personally am fascinated with who they are, where they came from, what they do, why do they want to move away? Why do they want to come here? What's causing the shift in their life that I get to help them with? And this particular client just happens to be 3-star General Bradley Webb, who was the general in the Situation Room when our nation got Osama bin Laden. And he was probably the most surprised person in the room when you talked to him. He says, I wasn't sure what the mission was until I sat down in the chair. And he's the most humble, cool, and his wife, they're just precious people. And now we've become great friends. And they moved here when it was COVID, so we never got to really meet because we'd wave or we knew something was happening here. But now they've just become great friends, and that's what I like, and usually happens with clients.
Well, and you're both very well integrated into the community. I mean, you're with the Texas Theater and those kind of things. But at the same time, you live in the heart of Seguin.
Yes, we do. And I'm the current president of the Seguin Area Community Foundation. So it's a great spot to be because you get to improve things that are, in arts and theater and things like that. And so it's great to be involved in those things, and I think we're making a difference.
Well, it's great talking to you this morning. Congratulations on your 100 sale, and I think we're probably now at about 115 because we're sitting in one that's about to be sold. So, and that's really great. I want to thank you. Now, if you're looking for a pair of agents, Wayne in the commercial side and Mary Jane in the residential, you can't get anybody that's more connected to Seguin than the Windle Team. And if you want more information about them, go to DealeyEverettsRealty.com and find out how they can become your representative in a great way.